Welcome to Parson Drive in Beaumont, Texas, at the corner of Peyton. Peyton's a pretty busy street. I certainly wouldn't want to live on Peyton, but Parson's pretty quiet. Sally Curtis is at the end of Peyton, which is one of the top elementary schools in Beaumont. It's currently being rebuilt, but a great place to raise kids. I went there myself back in the 70s. My house is located the fifth house on Parson Drive on the right-hand side. Parson does make a C around Peyton. It opens up on both ends, which is nice. You can go either way. In fact, Peyton kind of floods when the water raises. Parson was always a nice way to get out. Right in the middle of Peyton, it got kind of low, so we could get out on either end. For those that like the outdoors, this is a great house. As you'll see here, very naturist. Great beautiful oak trees in the front yard. The smaller one used to be the biggest oak tree probably in Beaumont until the ice storm took it back in the mid-90s. But from the outside of the house, one nice thing about the house is not only does it have a garage for this area that is not necessarily a given, it also has a carport. But a neat view. Great neighbors. The neighbors immediately to the right are very, very quiet. It is a rental house. 2 doors down is a homeowner. Across to the left that I just saw is a teacher at Westbrook. This is Kenny Rothkamp. He's been there for as many years as I've been here, which is about 1994. He was here before I got here. And the neighbors immediately to the left as you face the house are the Rows, and they've been there for as many years as I've been in this house. So very long-term neighbors there. They do have a younger son in his 20s. It's been a little bit of a problem over the years. Sometimes he's had kids over there back 10 years or so. He's grown up now. Still kind of hangs around the house a little bit. But he's very, very nice, very polite guy. Here we've entered the house. There are ceiling fans in every room, which is nice. This one kind of wobbles a little bit on high speed. Great visibility. The house remains cool. Probably can't see that from the outside, but there's no electricity today, so we're being backlit by the front of the outside of the house. But the east side of the house is protected or shaded by a tree, as is the west side of the house. So we do get some sun in the midday, but the utility bills are always quite low because of the shade. The kitchen is an asset. There's 2 entrances or exits out of the kitchen. One goes into the front room area. And then also down to the hallway into the bedroom area. But the kitchen area and dining room, nice, spacious. We had a number of parties over here, and felt like it was fairly spacious because of an open area. We considered taking out the wall. I've even had a couple of tenants say, hey, can we take that wall out for you? But I really think because of the open, the 2 doors, I really don't think that's necessary. Maybe one day. The style of paneling has been preserved in the house. Very nostalgic. Old paneling. The carpet has just been replaced in the rest of the house. I have put out carpets to protect it while showing the house. 3 closets. One considered the pantry right outside the kitchen area. Now, when we first moved in, we really did put a telephone jack there, but the last few people have not put a telephone there. It does have an outlet. Now, when I moved in, I also wired the house for 2 phone lines, so there are 2 phone lines running throughout the house. Of course, that's not as relevant anymore. There's 2 very large closets with lights on the inside from within the main hallway. The bathroom is you know, for this area, 1 bathroom is normal. However, this is a little bit larger than even our neighbors to our right, which basically ended about right here and would be about half the size of this bathroom. This one I almost had a room for a Jack and Jill sink, and this made it possible for my wife and I to get ready. The house does have gas. There's gas. Most people haven't used it, but occasionally we did. That does work. And if you put a gas dryer, clothes dryer, then you'll have gas to the rest of the house, which includes the furnace in here. Bathroom, reasonable shape for a 50s house. Pink tile is kind of interesting. There was carpet when we moved in, but we took out the carpet. And with a couple rugs in here, it cleans up very nicely. Closet, very spacious closet. There's 3 bedrooms. This we used as a computer room. I liked it because I put my computer over in the corner over here. There's also cable TV access and phone line access. And I liked it because you looked right out in the backyard and you can see the bird feeders. You could also see the pond, which is still present. Of course, the azalea has grown out. Looks like I need to trim that back a little bit more so you can see the pond. The pond doesn't have a running pump, but could certainly have one. It does have some fish in it right now. 2 closets in each of 2 of the bedrooms. This was the master bedroom, a little bit larger by about 5 feet in length. See the nice woodsy look all the way around the house. Azaleas, I keep them at about just right above the middle of the window. Sometimes they get up a little bit higher, but I kind of like that height so you can be looking out and see out without worrying about people looking in. The rooms have blinds. The AC controller is electronically controlled, which helps control the air conditioning coming and going in the morning, so it shuts off. You don't have to worry about remembering to shut it off. It'll turn itself off at whatever time you program it. And come back on, half hour before you get home each day. Saves tremendously on electric bill. Run it up to about 82 during the daytime. And this is my favorite asset of the house. And we just really, really miss this. This is the 50-year-old azaleas surrounding the property. There's also beautiful camellias that bloom. So the azaleas bloom in the spring, the camellias bloom in the winter. But the real asset here is that you only have 2 neighbors, the left and the right. You don't have 3 additional neighbors that most people contend with. And at my house, right now, I have a backyard neighbor that their dog barks incessantly when I walk into the backyard. Now, there are some dogs currently at the house next door, but you've just heard them bark once. They're not even barking right now. And that's not bad. In fact, they're kind of, I consider them a watchdog, but as I've worked in the backyard here recently, they've been very quiet and have gotten used to me, and they don't really bark a lot. And at first I was a little concerned about them. Just because of Rottweilers, and when we moved into the house there was a Rottweiler and it had dug a bunch of holes in our backyard. In fact, I think there's still a hole behind that azalea over there. But a nice deck. I put the deck in when we moved in. But, neighbors are a challenge at any place you go. At my current house, not far from here, we have some great neighbors, but like I said, our very backyard neighbor has got this dog that just barks and barks and barks and barks. But here at this house, the neighbors are really good. The garage, this was, I redid this little area right here. Well, actually, we walled in. When we moved into this house, the garage was not walled in at all. So I walled it in, finished it off. And then this is all pegboard right here. Put an electric outlet over here to the side. And put my workbench right here. So it's a nice little work area. Some of that stuff over there in the corner is actually headed out to the street. There are connections for the washer and dryer. And for the dryer, there is gas, which I installed, or you can hook up electricity, your choice. So I hope you've enjoyed the video tour. Great house. We lived here for 12 years and miss the house myself, at least the backyard. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.